crazy.
Well, no, because it was the assassin guy
Oh,
with the tiny mustache.
maybe it is my turn.
Yeah, it's been a while, folks.
Oh, I didn't think you were recording. I was going to suggest we go watch the last video and figure out what the hell's going on.
No. This is Bobo the Vulture.
I'm the Mysterious JG.
And this is Let's Play Deception 4 Blood Ties.
Well, Bobo's holding the controller, so I guess it's going to... And he's offering to pass it over.
I'm passing it. I'm offering to pass it over.
I don't know whose turn it was, but...
It's okay. I don't remember either, but I'm willing, because, I mean, we had basically switched the idea where, like, each mission we'd trade back and forth, so... We used to have the problem when we would Let's Play together, even though it's a one-player game, things like Metal Gear or Metal Gear Solid. Like, we're both good enough at that, like, you could go through an entire play session theoretically without dying.
Yeah, you could go a pretty long way.
Which is kind of a rip for whoever it is that's not.
And then, I don't know about you, but you get into this mode where you're like, you know, oh, I see something that could kill him. Should I say something? But not generally rooting.
I try not to get...
I'm rooting. I mean, I'm rooting for you when you play,
sure.
and vice versa. But
wait, no! Look at that. Go back to the player records. Damn it, we're wasting time. Look, our total play time is going up as we look at our records.
Oh my god! Holy. We've only captured 4, but we destroyed Lucy the gas soldier. How did Volley the assassin die? Shark blade trap.
He got killed by the shark blade. Because everything, like almost every trap, unless he was already knocked over or something else is going on, especially the floor traps, he just like did a little skip teleport and
I actually do remember having been kind of interested in where the story was going next now, but I don't remember what.
Yeah, because
Volley
was the one who like actually seemed to know a little bit about what we were in the
He
process
seemed to know
doing.
more about it than we did, or at least I don't know.
Than we, the like player at home, not necessarily we. The
well,
like
our characters, like, because we're controlling this one chick, although you kind of feel like all her and the 3 assistants are all kind of your hero party in a weird hero party. I'm trying to figure out, is this going to go in a direction where these 3 weird color themed humiliation / elaborate / sadistic chicks are keeping things from the main character, or is there something that none of them understand? I don't know.
Right now, what they're keeping her from is a good nap, because apparently she's getting really exhausted and feeling faint.
Well, let's get on with the story.
Yeah, let's check the story and see what's happening.
So, Chapter 6, Celia wants us to defeat 3 enemies without taking any damage.
Veruza wants us to land a combo that uses 4 or more sadistic traps, which is possible, but potentially difficult. Scoring at least 2,000 humiliating points of a combo, I think you could do just by capturing some. Like a combo that involved 1, maybe 2 humiliating traps, but ended with a capture.
I don't remember the. There's a new.
You could use Shockwave. It sends enemies flying,
and it causes this. It creates this small plastic toy that goes. We had this Shockwave action, Decepticon Shockwave action figure when we were kids.
You could upgrade the Mega Rock.
How much wall have we got?
We have
5,530 wall.
We do.
An enormous iron ball comes crashing. Okay.
So it'd be an upgrade to an existing trap.
Upgrade complete.
Yes.
Is there a way
or we could use the giant yo-yo.
Did we determine there was a way to make that move faster?
What?
The text that scrolls.
No. You did not determine this. You've not satisfied the requirements for that item.
Ooh. It's probably got a prerequisite trap. Bloody scissors. Enormous scissors emerge from the floor.
To slice through the victim. Press square for more info. Oh, okay. It is it's a binding trap.
It's a binding trap that causes damage comparable to, well, higher than the circular saw.
Yeah.
4-stage hit.
So it's a matter of, because right now we have we have your standard elaborate bear trap that we've, I think, took out in favor of the humiliating whirligig trap, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And now we also have the possibility of the there's the brutal buzzsaw, which moves along the floor. Super springboard.
just don't know what to do.
Scissors, bloody shadow.
Oh, there's even more.
Yeah, let's make yo-yo.
Bloody shadow, bloody shadow, bloody. Delta horse.
Oh yeah, it rises up underneath the victim. That's what it does.
Binds for 3 seconds.
Oh, it's another floor trap. It
Well,
traps them on it. Like they get bumped up on a hobby horse. Actually, I remember I was looking up.
I want to see what we're actually using. Boulder, oil bottle, swinging axe, fireball.
We have access to
wall nudge.
Yeah.
I think we should probably upgrade the boulder. The boulder does 50. We can upgrade that because that's kind of our go-to for
one of our
actually
standard
killing
big damage
people.
ones. That and the shark blade. That only does 10 more damage.
Piercing, push 4 squares, 2 times reflexes. I don't know what any of that means. But if we can unlock if we can unlock more, even more powerful stones like Magna Rock or Volt Rock, like they had in that second game.
Yeah.
Oh, I just don't know.
I mean, you could always try it. We're not going to get a 100% clear here.
Yeah, we'll have to play through the game more than once if we want to do that.
But no, actually, Delta Horse. I remember at some point in time I was going through searching for like the specific characters or something or another. I was doing some Google search related to this game, and a lot of images. If the image search like shows up of female characters in the game who
had their armor broken
on the Delta Horse.
Is that your way of saying buy this, or is that your way of saying never buy this?
It's just my way of observing the fact that Mega Horse, or whatever it was it Mega Horse, or was it, the horse thing? It's apparently a popular feature of the game.
What's the most damaging trap that's here? The rock, or iron ball.
It's the rock. The rock is the most electrifying.
He pops out of the floor, gives you the rock bottom, which freezes you for 3 seconds.
Actually, the spark
while he
rod
covers
is
you.
The spark rod is probably the most electrifying trap that we had available.
Well, the rock pops up, gives you the rock bottom, and you're down for 3 because he's going for the pin.
Yes.
But if you drop a rock on the person while they're trapped by the rock, like it's iron ball, the rock will take the damage rather than that because he's on top of the cover. Yeah, pretty hilarious. Huh? So
we still
did that unlock any new awesome shit?
No.
We're leveling up our different types of experience fairly evenly. Oh no. Do you want to say? I guess. Do you want to save up, or do you want to buy something cheap? Enormous yo-yo.
It's like I'm so tempted to get the Mega Yo-Yo, but it obviously it's the same thing as the Iron Ball, as far as I can tell. It's a ceiling trap that rolls along the floor, and
maybe I should have bought this instead of the. I mean, you could drop. You could if you have like a nice stairs, you could drop a Mega Yo-Yo or giant yo-yo and then a giant rock to
hit a person multiple times in multiple humiliating ways for multiple cats with multiple strength. You could get a lightning spear or a spark rod.
Bloody scissors would appear to be a floor clamp trap that it doesn't bind for very long.
For very long, no. Also, I will note, everybody is resistant to clamping and floor traps now.
How does this bind for 3 seconds?
I think because they just stand there and like shimmy and shake around like gold dust.
Yeah, like
like the time that he got electrified.
Okay, so I'm thinking spark rod or Mega Yo-Yo, and I'm also thinking I need to make a decision quickly. So what do you say? Spark rod's a lot cheaper.
My brain says spark rod, but my heart says Mega Yo-Yo.
Follow your heart. Follow your heart, indeed. Like, thinking if we really were second guessing, we wanted to go load instead of saving, I would say. Maybe.
I mean, look at this thing. I'm delighted with our purchase already.
I mean, I'm not sure that it's going to be practical to use at all. All right. Well, I mean, we know how to get the iron ball, and it replaces the boulder, because they do exactly the same thing.
Sure. Now, wait a minute. Is the Mega Yo-Yo a ceiling trap as well?
I believe it is.
Yeah, okay, there it is. It may not require... I think from the way that it was set up...
Oh, we didn't have 11 things, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, I guess we leveled up, so we got an extra one. Although now that means we have, what, 2 floor traps? No, we have
We got 3 floor, 3. Yeah, we've got as even a distribution
and
as we can
4.
have
Okay.
with 11, so we're doing pretty good here.
That's not too bad, then. And we did replace in the new things. Now, is there anything that we haven't been using that we want to...
Well,
we didn't really get a
don't
good
rem-
feel of how Sticky
I was
going
going
to
to say, I don't know if we even got a chance to try Sticky Arrow. We were going with stuff that we kind of knew how to rely on.
Yeah.
We got 4 floor traps, 3... Okay, no, yeah,
Yeah, we
4,
got
4 and 3 is
4,
11.
4 and
Duh.
3,
Okay, I forgot how math works.
Yeah,
It's kind of bad news considering what I do for a living, but... Alright.
So, yeah. And
I think our old standbys are Recovery and Dash.
Yep.
Although, think about using magical shockwaves. It sends them flying. You see? Oh, okay, now Paralyzing Wave
Would pin them,
is
would stop them
potentially
in a
something that could
place.
be useful in setting up trap combos, but it's just...
Yeah.
I think if I play this game the way I play previous games where none of that stuff existed. It's like in Warriors Orochi. Why aren't you guys using the special trigger button commands? And it's just like, because I've played like a million of these games, and that's new for this one, and it's probably
It's
cool,
new
but
for-
you don't
yeah.
need it.
Yeah, it's new for this one, but I bet by playing it the exact same way I've played these other games, I'll still win.
You can pretty much say that about the Warriors series. Anyway, all right, so let's move along. Sorry for the 30-minute intro, guys.
An unfortunate encounter. Now remember, don't press any buttons, because I've made that cardinal mistake.
It's Giovanni.
5日も経つぞ。まったく音沙汰なしってどういうことだよ。
Both death.
Yeah, so we haven't heard anything at all. We're starving to death out here. We really should just, like, move or
こ
something.
りゃいよいよやられたってわけか。
Or we're both dead because we appear to be spooky ghosts.
やっぱりあの中には化け物が潜んでるんだ。
I told you there's monsters lurking in the factory that has a train that goes around in circles and a toy bomber flying around.
Gotta think of it. Yeah, they must be deaf if they haven't heard anything. The amount of like crap that's
There's a
going
lot
on
of
there.
noise in that
Jigga,
place,
jigga,
man.
jigga, jigga, jigga.
こんなんじゃここら辺じゃ安心して暮らせねえぞ。
Oh, didn't we change locations though? Wasn't that what happened at the end of the last chapter? It has been a while, folks.
I think we're supposed to move,
Oh.
but we haven't actually moved yet. So we might have moved in between acts. We'll find out.
Yeah, if we see the demoness carrying a lot of luggage, we'll know.
やっぱり雇った連中を。
We should get
I
some
mean, honestly
protections.
though, I'm
Go to
with
the
them here.
drugstore.
I wouldn't feel safe living next to the mysterious factory that people occasionally enter, no one leaves, and yet seems to continually run.
Well, it's supposed to be abandoned, but yes, there's constantly noise coming out of there.
Yeah, well, I mean, there does appear in
Like-
this picture in the background, like,
Yeah.
there's steam coming out of the smokestacks.
Best case scenario, drug factory.
Yeah.
Best case scenario, that's what's happening. Any other variation you could think of is worse. I mean, there's not little kids in there playing. It's drugs. Possibly sex trade is involved, although I don't know why that would produce fumes.
I know I will produce steam, baby. But yes.
やるしかねえな。
So is the plot of this one going to be anonymous villagers sending warriors to kill you? It's not even like someone trying to get the magic
This appears to be, yeah,
hymns
they
or
just,
whatever.
like, they're going to send in bodyguards.
magnificent bodyguards.
Whoa.
Hey, she's a pretty magnificent bodyguard.
Yeah.
I recognize that fantasy name from like other games, and I can't place who it is it's making me think of.
Well, I know she's breaking my heart. She's shaking my confidence, baby.
あ、セリアさん。
Is there any point in breaking her armor? It's already pretty.
あのです
Man,
ね
it's。broken in one place
い
for
ろいろ
sure.
と考えたんですが、やはりあの工場に皆さんで向かっていただきたいなということに。
pay you guys, I think.
そうですか。決
In
断さ
theory,
れ
I
たんで
think you
すね。
guys pay me, but I don't know.
わかりました。
You made up your mind.
皆
You're
さんにも
keeping your
伝えて
baby.
きますいただいた恩義を返す時ですね。
Repaid by
so-
death. Almost certainly repaid by death. One or two of you might end up getting captured. Probably all gonna get repaid by death, though.
そんな
This might be, I mean, this might be one of the first sympathetic, like,
本当に
plot characters that we have to think about whether or not we want to kill.
Well, there was a guy who was like fighting for justice and stuff, but
Yeah.
no.
セリアさんに
He's
は
kinda stuck.
十分な謝礼も払えないのにこんな危険な仕事を
Oh, it's a little bit dangerous.
いえ修行の旅の中宿と食事を与えていただいた皆さんに報いるためです
She really wants to, she wants to take out the factory of evil that's right next to the Olive Garden.
She,
She really wants to repay them for hospitality on Oak.
well, I'm thinking like, thank you for not making fun of my alien helmet. She, they can't hear what's going on, but she can hear because her sense of hearing has been heightened by the fact that she can't ever see anything.
それに私は魔導騎士としての修行の身これはまたとない機会です
It's also for an expert on exposition like myself.
必ずや真相をつか
Whoa!
み
Hey,
ことを解決して
here's
ま
look
い
at
りま
you,
す
kid. What do you, the viewers at home, think?
She doesn't know she's looking at us.
ライラが戻らずに3日過ぎた頃
Almost pressed the button there.
近
Go
隣
back
住
to
民
last
たちは
second.
彼女の安否ではなくただ戻らないという事実を不安に思ってい
I
た
don't remember Lila.
つまり工場の
Lila
中で
was
何か
the,
があったこと
Oh,
を
the
示してい
okay,
る
she
か
was
ら
crazy
だ
nun.
この不安はたちまち伝播し旅の傭兵や腕自慢のものを集めてにわかに自警団を
Oh,
組織した
strongmen.
その中に修行で王国を漂白している中ここの住人に一
Yes,
宿一般の
Karnoff's
恩
a
義
big
を
part of
受
the
けた魔導
Bobos
士
come as well.
セリア・メディウスの姿
Strong
が
man.
ライラ
Mark
が帰
Henry
らず
and
5日
wonderful
が過ぎた
experience
頃
strongmen.
住民た
Alright,
ち
so
は
5 days after
つい
Lila's
に自警団
experience,
によ
there's
る廃工
experience
場
the
の
villagers
探索を
decided that
決
the
意し
self-defense force
一
should
行を向か
investigate
わせた
the abandoned factory.
They found a note saying, "Thank you for your interest in being killed by evil demonesses and their traps. We've moved on to a new area looking for magical scriptures or whatever the hell the plot was.
Oh, the holy verses.
We will return at your earliest convenience."
に来ないで
Where jewels are.
Oh, I thought we might get some chat from the source, the witches. Rosalie hates fighting and is always on the verge of turning her back on it. Sadly, however, she has no other place to go and must therefore continue working.
place else to go.
Nothing.
Alright, so what are hers? What is she immune to? She's
She is-
invulnerable to
Oh, it's a different set from me.
lightning, head
She could be
traps, head
clammed.
covering, and
Does she have
Snow
storm
traps.
magic, or is she resistant to? She has storm
she's
magic.
invulnerable.
Oh, she's a storm soldier.
She's a storm soldier.
Okay, now I have to remember what buttons do what. There's got to be
あな
another.
た宝石も
Do you have any jewels?
Cherie lives in order to collect treasure. Indeed, she has taken part in a number of risky missions simply because of the bounties on offer.
Do you have any jewels?
She is resistant to clamming. so
She's resistant freaking everything. Ceiling traps, floor tramps.
She is a floor tramp.
Hey,
早くエルザに会いたい
no
んだ
contact with players while entering tramp. Bart is never afraid to aim high. Indeed, only a few days ago, he proposed to Elza, the fairest maiden in his village. He's currently waiting on tenterhooks
Only on
for her
her,
reply.
right?
Yeah, he's currently on tenterhooks waiting for her.
So Bobo is just making a reference to what do they even call it? The trampoline basketball?
Slam ball?
Slam ball, yeah.
Yes.
Google slam ball, folks. There's probably won't even find what we're talking about. There's probably something slightly less obscure called slam ball that has happened since.
I don't know. I bet there are probably like rec league slam balls still going on somewhere in the world.
Guy's no invulnerability. He's an assault captain, by the way.
早く
Okay.
片付ける
But let's go to assault of the way first. Yeah, it's that kind of a trap. No. Defeat 3 enemies without taking damage. Well,
Would it please you to try this one out, my lady? Kill an enemy using the same rope.
yes. Kill an enemy by making, like, salt or, whatever.
My lady, I've got a special offer though. My lady, I've got a request for you. Romance 1.
No, don't do that! He's my man, bitch!
Whoa.
Yeah, no, they're all in the room. That's how these things are. That's how these things are set up anymore.
I don't even know how to. Well, it's so much for the. Fuck! How is that fair?
It wasn't. Don't worry about it.
Well, for one thing, back to that old issue with this game where I can't see. Can you do that
Okay,
thing you did
yeah,
last
yeah.
time with the brightness?
I should have remembered. But, yeah. Of course, this is a room that we know pretty well if you want to go into the...
Yeah, but it took me a second to figure out what... No, I know we're in the room with the... where we usually do the lava stuff, but... It's all stuff we probably should be doing.
Oh, yeah,
And it's a double deuce. Just remember, when you're trying to get it back to its original setting, go with the double deuce. Okay,
That's, if anything, too bright now. But
yeah, if anything went too far in the other direction.
That's fine.
And this doesn't affect how it looks to the viewers.
No, it does not
on
affect
the
how it
YouTube.
looks to the viewers. It affects how it looks to my television. And to us. Warning.
We're about to get shot.
You're about to get shocked.
Okay, that wasn't a good time. You might be getting a turn pretty soon here from the looks of things. Okay, I don't remember what button you actually used to set up traps.
Like
Select.
No, X is the one that executes.
That's not what I have to do. It has to be circle then. Okay. Ooh, we can do 6 traps now.
Oh, yeah, we've leveled up.
Nice.
Bitchers.
Now let's get into a... Let's get a little bit more of a lead going on.
Okay.
So can't get the super bonus for not... Yeah, I
taking
wasted a
any hits.
recovery already, too. I'm just not off to a great start here. But alright. Oh man, we don't even have enough sadistic traps to do that. We screwed that one up too. So I guess I'm going to be in the mode of don't worry too much about the different kinds of traps because you can't do anything anyway.
Oh, you're going to use Vice Grip to start with.
What was your suggestion?
I mean, it's been so long since we played, I thought you forgot that there's official law that says you have to start with an iron ring. Wait, that won't actually carry them across, though.
What do you mean?
The iron rake will only move them one square.
Okay.
So they'd have to go around it.
That's not really putting me someplace that I find useful.
Yeah.
What does this one do? Draws them in?
Yeah, pulls them into a direction. I mean, it may just be that you want to just dump as many damaging things immediately around the door as you can. Like, you could drop an iron ball directly on the door. Does the Mega Yo-Yo slot... Like, yeah, check the Mega Yo-Yo and see if it will move. Yeah, the Mega Yo-Yo swings in the ground. It's like a swinging axe, I guess. It's more like a swinging axe than less like the...
We might want to start with the Mega Yo-Yo. Can the Mega Yo-Yo be fired to push them?
Yeah, it pushes them around.
Yeah.
But it's one that you'd have to time.
Okay. Go back to the old standby then. Start with the Iron Rake. Mega Yo-Yo.
You can't put it in the same place. You can set it there. Then you could Shark Blade him. And ball's gonna drop.
That is going to equal quantum damage if this works. And X.
Yeah, X is the
Activate
thing that
strat.
would trigger traps.
Ooh, almost ready to go already. Jeez.
One. B.
Tough cookie to have survived all that, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, and she's one of the ones who runs away, though. She's probably going to start running away now.
Yeah.
My lady, I wonder if you had hidden any with a cuckoo clock. I think that's one of the ones that we don't know how to use, isn't it?
Yeah. Wait, where is she right now? Yeah, she's beating feet.
Damn. I suppose I could try to go get her, but it's probably too late.
And if you use dash, you might be able to make it, but you'd only have like one chance, I think.
Go for that too. Yeah, I have a feeling like you're gonna get a shot just based on not being all that well. I've got jewels or gems or whatever to capture.
Give me the quantum gemerald.
Evil laugh.
You still did touch yourself. That
counts.
That counts for something.
Yes, it's very important. Touch yourself.
Hey, you know, when I think about
yeah,
things.
Wait, where's this saying?
We'll show you the way. You're gonna try and get her in the most humiliating way possible. You're gonna try and bounce the iron ball back.
Yeah, why not? Dang, these guys are too fast.
Right.
She is, however, burning her friends. So that's
Yeah, she's issuing sick burns on her friends.
that might be too convoluted and have not enough damage-oriented traps, but this did seem to work pretty well.
Oh,
Need
okay,
to
so the
wait.
door's opening.
Getting electrified as this goes on.
Something seems to be going on with the iron ball. I feel like
I might be destroying it by mistake with,
swinging axe.
yeah. Man, they
Lark's
are
almost
right
on you
on your
again.
on your tail.
She's staying right on your ass.
Exactly how this whole thing is set up now.
Use the arrow. No.
That just didn't go to plan.
Oh, it's still sticking around. It bounces back and forth for a good while, apparently. That iron ball's got longevity.
Iron balls going. Am I ashamed? Yes. Should I be? Yes. Oh, here's an old friend.
Yep. This is a stable, reliable trap.
I'm liking the Mega Yo-Yo a lot, actually. It seems
Like this.
seems like it was a good purchase.
Does not do a lot of damage, but thus far seems to be fairly good little guy. keep them bending around back and forth here.
I don't think anybody's going to live long enough to get hit with all these. And then it also features the
dead train. To drop the G-block.
Well, he's
you are
dead.
in the room with the recovery item.
Oh, that's true.
My soul will be yours for eternity. I'm wearing a weird mask over my voice.
Those my nickname I came up with for, what's her name, Rachel Wood's, daughter.
Yeah.
I have the wrong accent. My accent is completely changed. Oh, she's gonna just. And
Grenade.
I thought I had baited.
Yeah, fuego.
Yeah, I'm just off to an awful start here. And use up all the recovers and just keep going. But we're now in our we're in our traditional
entry point for this room,
or like a way of dealing with all this stuff.
Yeah.
What door is it that she's coming? It's not that one.
Well, like move away, like move over to where you are in this map.
That's the thing. I'm trying to figure out how you do that without removing all the traps.
Well,
but
you can see yourself over there.
I can now. Yeah, I can now. That was not where I was at when I saw this thing. So anyway, let's. First, I'll hit myself with an iron rake.
Wait.
Wait, what?
Don't you usually push it to the
I guess
to
I
the
do.
left?
Variation from flight plan is unacceptable.
Hey, I'm just saying. You like one of the things you were saying is this place is great because of how well and reliably this one trap combo that we use works. Then the first thing you do is something slightly different.
Crazy, don't shoot, they're crazy. I don't know. Fuck. Just throwing shit around now.
Drop a shark blade. I mean, the nice thing about shark blade is you can set it up far away.
I think shark blade it keeps destroying the combo.
Shark blade is a combo unto itself.
Okay, number 4 is the. Well, she's too angry to attack us strategically, which.
Now she got. Hey, come back in here now and screw this.
Oh no.
You are using Rosalie's anger again. Alright, so you gotta reset this a little bit, because that,
Oh yeah.
that yo-yo is not
Yo-yo doesn't.
going.
Yo-yo is not gonna like do anything from right there.
Yeah, you gotta some destruction.
Springboard is gonna throw her to there. Do a swinging axe. Knock her down to there. Iron ball.
All the way around. The ultimate humiliation of yo-yo. Wait, it's aiming the other. Well.
has gotten involved. The old, remember we had 3 traps in each room? Guess that didn't work. And she gets up and recovers so quickly.
I think the swinging axe just eliminated the iron ball.
Alright, well, that one's gonna have to do this.
Lucius all out.
Should be right on our heels here. Focus is off to this spot.
There goes. Now, will she stumble into the... No, she doesn't stumble into the tail of the train.
Remember all that stuff anyway?
You've gone across the ground.
Yeah, if I want to die.
Hey man, she was enraged. She would have run directly into the train if you had gotten out in front of it.
Alright, so... this was working up until we got to the swing axe.
Yeah, I think the swing axe needs to be at a lower level because it just swung above her head. So it needs to be like at ground level.
That'll drop her all the way back though. Maybe... Mega yo-yo? Because a mega yo-yo probably works with the same arc as the swing axe. What are we actually doing? We're springboarding her. That spot right there.
Let's talk about these torture devices.
These torture devices. That could drop her there.
Then
an iron
then would an
ball.
iron ball like push her into the spinning gear?
It might.
If it doesn't, that's all right. You have a swinging axe there to the swinging axes and shark blades and shit to also.
Just because we can. We have more than one swinging axe.
You don't have a swinging axe in this trap. You don't have the swinging axe or the mega yo-yo yet. For the mega yo yet.
Is this going to be ready to go?
Press down. What? Press down. You're at the 3rd trap.
The music's pretty rocking.
She's so mad at you.
I think she's got some legitimate complaints.
Now she gets up. She's waiting for her to easily walk on over.
She's a loose. She's not going.
Oh, there she goes.
Okay, she stopped being damaged.
Oh, she got knocked over to the side.
That's okay. We got her now.
You have? If you want to, you can have your choice between the iron ball and the yo-yo in terms of the finisher. Use 6. Go.
Both.
Hey, probably should, lady.
I like that one jewel thief lady. She was smart in that sense.
Now there's Christoph and Edman. They're all coming at you from the...
Coming at you, love. I just accidentally dashed. All right, so...
Well, maybe you want to hide at the top of the
What
stairs,
didn't work here? The shark blade... Okay, she got knocked off to
The
side
iron ball knocked her...
into that gear.
Well, but the gear didn't... I don't feel like the gear actually hit her.
Oh.
I think she, like, got knocked off to the side somehow. I don't know. Maybe the gear did hit her, but, it was a pretty good combo, even with just that much going on.
Let's avoid...
If you wanted to, you could set up the shark blade.
Well, I'm going to avoid having... I'm going to make the devil's eye unnecessary here. Seconds, you know? And though he boasts that he is a descendant of a great mage who performed human sacrifices, No one really knows Ed Man's family history. There's no doubting that he is a trained magic user, however, so perhaps there's some truth to his claims.
He's got talents.
He does. He's invulnerable to ice, so that makes sense.
That's all. That's all that's going on there.
Hammer-wielding knight.
He's a cautious personality whom few believe has the necessary courage to be a knight. Despite this, he's a real thorn on his enemy's sides.
He's okay. The clamping might not work on him.
Well, if you get him while he's being thrown around,
Yeah.
I think maybe you'll start to
And I have dash power going here. Important.
Headman has just the tiniest sliver of an X. Oh, they're surrounding you! It's a pincer maneuver.
I can't help but have to use the devil's eye.
I mean, you're the
But he's up.
you're the child of the devil. I mean,
Devil's eye was practically made.
well, it's made with the devil.
Okay, so
Didn't work. Oh, by the way, I've been knocked around a little bit now, but don't even think of running away. I'll track you down wherever you go.
it's possible that Ed Man might have run into one of those other traps while I was.
There she blows. Still, as he's getting up, you can use the fire mask. Okay, he's gone off by now.
Well, I mean, I couldn't really get a good. Wow, it's like massive shockwave damage.
Yeah, it does damage shockwave. Hey, stop that! Pitiful flesh creature, stop damaging me!
Okay, well, we have a lot of traps to work with and are trying to get somebody into that position.
Yeah.
But it might be simplest just to knock them into the lava without using the lava press.
Yeah, if you just use an iron rake, and then would the yo-yo knock him into the lava?
Was the yo-yo gonna work the right way? I guess it drops directly from the ceiling.
Alright. Oh, the springboard, yeah. How far does the springboard hit him?
Well, there's a super springboard we might need to switch to for these purposes, but
I already did that.
damn it, it didn't land him where it said it
It
was.
knocked him three spaces from where he was standing, not from where the trap began. Which I guess is unfortunate.
I don't know that well, so hopefully I won't
There is a
get
capture thing in here.
maybe softened up enough.
No.
How do you capture them in this one?
I'm guessing it somehow involves knocking them into that gear, and the gear like flips them up in the air, but I don't really know. Whoa, hey, buddy. That man wants to come say hi. The Ed Man rules supreme.
Headman.
Yes, no, I gotcha. I don't know if anybody remembers the lame later seasons of G.I. Joe. In which they were like, they had an episode in which G.I. Joe and Cobra fought together to save people from drugs.
Yeah, they were both fighting drugs, because even though Cobra was a terrorist organization determined to rule the world, they weren't drug dealers. I mean, come on.
Yeah. But I believe they had like the villainous drug lord for that was called the Headman. So
Good name for a villain, drug lord, actually.
yeah, the Headman ruled supreme.
Excellent. If that probably won't work.
落ちなさい。
6.
It wasn't. Oh,
Oh, it hopped.
it still worked, but
It worked in that it moved it, but it didn't really.
see, Edman
have
is
any
now
effect.
wounded.
A little. Yeah.
I'm just wondering if I could be trying to capture them, or if, considering I haven't been performing like at super.
You're having
supreme level,
performance
so I'm having
issues.
performance issues out here, control issues out there. The fact that I'm not 100% sure.
How the yo-yo works.
Yeah.
Or how the. Well, I don't know why I was presuming, because I was looking at this thing like, use the yo-yo, but like. I don't know if they have to be knocked into the iron rake or if they have to walk into the iron rake. Oh, well, wait a minute. If you use the rake to knock them back to that position where the yo-yo starts to hit them, that could work. Switch the iron rake position.
So see, I don't think he's actually damaged enough yet, though.
Well, I mean, but the combined damage of the... Honestly, the combined damage of the iron rake, the yo-yo, and the gears might be enough to kill him. He's only got 1 life bar. That's mostly done.
He's only mostly dead.
That is true.
No,
He's
let's see.
only
Let's
mostly
see what
dead.
happens. Worst case scenario is he gets me. Yeah, and he gets to play.
I think the real problem here is going to be how to lure him into exactly that spot, considering both of these guys, I think, do ranged attacks, right?
Yeah.
He's just going to stand back there and use magic and shit. Kristoff is not damaged
we go.
enough.
Well, let's just see if this is actually the way to knock him into the.
Was,
Okay.
but he'll break.
He'll
that.
break the cave, but I guess I'm trying to find victory in the fact that we now
That you now
know how that
determined
works.
how that is. Yeah, that's actually that's actually very good.
It's excellent. I'm awesome. This is the best play ever. This game or any other.
Sure.
Anyway, all right. So
You have the power to alter time.
Let's start in on that. Start in on Bowser's evil train. All right. Told you not to start in on that. But he'll fall in by himself there, won't he?
No, because it's not a head covering. Even though it says oil bottle.
Oh.
Wait. Oh, maybe it does. Because it has the arrows. That's the thing. I feel like anytime we use the oil bottle, it doesn't work the way it's advertised. Like, they just, like, slip around on the oil. They don't actually start, like, wandering in one direction.
There you go. It's like just step around.
Oh, is oil... Oh, damn it. He's going to walk in the wrong way. So that guy is now oily.
They're slip
You can
sliding
knock
away.
him into a fiery trap.
Yeah. I guess I can reset traps in the middle of the room. I always feel like I'm supposed to have one trap.
Well, you also had still... You could have left those ones in place. You still had, like, 3 more traps that you could work on. You're going to try and trap them around this corner? In the press?
Well, they're oily now. I could.
Well, they're oily now.
Don't get it? They're oily.
These guys are oiled up superstars.
They're different from other superstars. More oily, for example. They're not oily anymore, but I still don't think they
No longer oily.
probably still don't enjoy being knocked into flames. Did that hurt him?
Yeah, he's burning up right now.
He's got a hold of stamina meter. Wow. For help.
Yeah, Kristoff is the man.
He's a tough dude. He's a badass motherfucker is what he is.
He's bad.
You bad
I
enough?
mean, they said they're sending in local strongmen. I mean, Karnov
Yes.
is an opponent of the bad dudes.
I understand. It's like you're taking my idea seriously. I'm telling you, he's bad.
He's bad. Come on.
See if we can figure out where he actually lands after getting hit with this. Assuming it happens, they might get into the room too quickly. Both get hit with super awesome skill. Okay, where does he end up? Okay, probably doesn't land at exactly the same spot every time because you kind of land in between spaces.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those like
You sort of want
it's
to
havoc
you want to
in
wrap
physics or
up your
something,
combo with
yeah.
that as opposed to trying to combo off of it. All right. Let's try again with our efforts to oil these guys up.
Well, they're oiled up. They're oiled up.
They're oily now. Don't you get it?
I'm sorry, I didn't really appreciate the gravity of their oiliness.
Suppose that'll work, or will they?
I honestly don't know how the stick hero works. Does it pull them back, or does it push them against and pin them against the opposite wall?
What's sticky arrow? You'd think the point is that it pulls them.
Well, yeah, but
I'm wondering whether they would. Look, you did this before.
No, it's oily, so.
Oh, he can't be combos anymore, so who knows whether that works.
Now I'm angry and oily.
They go together with me.
Look, I'm just viscous with anger.
I can't even escape reliably because I'm still dashing. I get dash to get a lead on them, and now I'm like, now I need to like have precision movement.
So yeah, I was about to say, it almost seems like in part anymore. I
Oil
realize you're getting more damage from it, but him being oily just doesn't seem to doesn't incapacitate him the way that you would hope. Oh, wait a minute. What if you oiled him? What if you oiled him? Got him angry, and waited on the other side of the bridge. On the bridge, you put a rake. The rake would just like then cause him to wander into the.
Well, I know this will send him into lava. It's only a question of whether you can drop oil on him when he's already in there. So we'll try this, and then we'll try that. So. Did you not?
The oil allowed him to walk on water. You turned him into Jesus with oil.
Well, I mean, it was
That's
probably
the top secret technique, turning people into Jesus, folks.
Scented
Oil them up.
Well, it's we learned something.
Gold, frankincense, and oil.
Isn't frankincense kind of like a scented? What's that?
Wait, I thought that was what it was, but I don't really. I clearly don't know that much about the gifts of the Magi, as much as I could, anyway.
Not as much as O. Henry would like.
Henry. Drop the arm bomb. You're just using all the traps that move them around for fun.
I do that. It's not really a good idea.
Then you're gonna. This is like after this, I'm gonna use this sticky arrow to launch you over here. Then I'm gonna use a springboard and flip you into the rubber dub tub. Yes.
It's these ones that are setting them halfway between a square driving me nuts.
Mom, you're nuts. Now remember, it flips him 3 forward from where he gets hit, not where the trap starts.
So you're saying that to follow up on that, I would need to put something here?
Possibly.
Do something simpler.
This noise.
Just do something simpler.
I mean, if you do something like, you know, just like knocking them onto the stairs and then using all the various like rolling traps.
Well, I was thinking, how do I get them onto the stairs is somehow being more challenging for me than it should be.
Oh, I mean, any of those will knock them onto the stairs. They just won't knock them onto a specific square that you can clamp them or whatever.
Okay.
They'll be on that plane, though, so you can drop rocks or send the shark blade out or whatever. Now, one of those guys is immune to clamping.
His name's Clamps. He's clamping.
One of those guys is Mute Clamp.
Just saying.
I just want to alert you to this, in case you were thinking that you're going to send the iron ball back.
I'm gonna try. Mega Yo-Yo is not as quick to load up as some of our other combo starters, but
Let's get this combo started.
that's it. Game over.
No, you can still set up down there. I was going to say, you could still set up on, like, hugging the wall as
Down
long
there.
as you remembered to flip the iron ball back.
Down where, Kev? Yeah, it's indicated as crossroads, so.
I like how when it's a real
No, I'm not
person-
saying. I'm
when
not
it's
saying
a-
it was not the appropriate response.
No, when it's a real person and it's not a character in a video game, you say, and he just indicated his crotch, rather than in a video game when you always say, then he points to his crotch. What if you used a push wall? How far would the push or the wall nudge? Oh, that's right. It's not as powerful a wall as it could be. It's a weak wall. Remember, he's oiled up.
Well, he's not oiled up yet, but that's coming.
そこよそこよ
Cat was terrifying. Okay, that didn't work, but look, the cat just made a noise when I went.
Okay, made a noise. Like, I
You're like,
looked over and the cat is like,
I thought it was a noise. Yeah, the cat's completely still. I thought it was a noise of like me taking damage.
it's like the cat is asleep at the moment. Reset down to 1.
Oh.
You don't want to set to 0. Because even if you leave 0, 0 will 1 will become 2.
But the point was you had to reset this. That guy
Teleports.
should have done the like floor smash thing, buddy. That would have totally taken me out.
He's had a hard day. It's not thinking clearly.
I mean, that's kind of a lot.
Although now Edman, the Edman will probably be able to get here first if he wants to. But he might just wait, let Kristoff
Die. Or and all that nonsense with I was trying to like maybe if I hit the yo-yo earlier. It's like no, the push wall's still there. They canceled each other out, but that's whatever.
Oh yeah, actually,
This
bang a
will
yo-yo
finish.
into the gears will probably kill one or the other of these guys.
Yeah.
If
So
both
not
of them.
exactly the most
Maybe you
artful.
could get them like to like stand the exact same hex, and then you can use the techniques.
I have yet to actually make something like that work. Yeah. Seems like it should be possible. But anyway, not the most artful run, but assuming we don't have 2 more enemies after these.
Under part of my boobs.
You guys liking my sexy heels here?
Considering the amount of time it's taking Eben to walk over, you might still be able to.
How could this
manage
be? I'm on one of those moving floors and I'm totally stationary.
Oh no, he's just getting like friction burns on his hands from up. Never mind, the pool of
That is the most sadistic torture of all.
Oh no,
So
it's
we
Marianne,
do have
Madam
another one.
Librarian.
Yeah, we'll wait for it. We'll actually use the Demon Eye. I mean, we used the Demon Eye on the people that I didn't use. We need to use the Demon Eye anyway, so
He's going to appear and immediately teleport.
probably.
お前もバートに横連舞する気だろ
Oh.
Marianne hails from the same town as Bart, for whom she holds a deep and unrequited love, despite the fact that Bart is opposed to another woman. Marianne is sure he'll one day come to his senses and ask her to marry him instead. Also, Marianne has a yo-yo descending from her face at this very moment.
Say, I'll marry Marianne if, you know, her rack actually needs that much armor on it. Well,
immune to
she's immune to
clamping
clamping
and-
and piercing, but nothing about yo-yos.
Yeah, projectiles. Oh, it turns out, yeah, that wasn't that much fun for her.
Was that a weakness? No.
I didn't hear any like noises, so I don't think
we have got to figure out.
I don't think yo-yos are her weakness.
Okay, we got to better figure out a better combo for this.
Yeah.
Go back to actually using this thing.
Yeah, I go back to using the whatever it was.
What will Mega Yo-Yo do from... Mega Yo-Yo might just be the best thing ever. What would it do from here?
It would knock them into this area. They might not be oiled. Actually, I think if you dropped an oil somewhere near there, they would probably... Oh, you're just going to have them wander into the...
No.
I mean, you could use the iron rake to just make them walk directly into the foundry. Without using the trap itself.
That's true. This would give me the possibility of oiling them up first. Which is a tempting possibility. Problem is, this Edman is going to be teleporting around. And she's immune to clamping. She's not immune to yo-yos. Nobody's... So far, I haven't seen anyone with yo-yo immunity, which is very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, it's a ceiling trap, so anybody who has immunity to ceiling traps will fall for that. Nope, she walked by too late.
Here. Too late! Okay, so now I think there's still...
If she takes long enough to wander around this direction again, you can try it again. You just have to get the timing slightly different. You have to start the trap rolling a little earlier.
You can also put a springboard here as like a
Propeller back.
emergency backup. Right now.
She is walking around the back of the trap? Sure is.
If I play this little game, I'm going to end up getting information. Oh no. Pretty kind to us so far.
Oh, it's not. It's not done. It hadn't reset yet.
Oh, okay, well, better off next time.
Yeah. Marianne's like, look, if the only trick she's got is like oiling me up, like hitting me with a yo-yo and oiling me up, I'm sure eventually I'll be able to just like attack her with melee until she's done.
Hit me with yo-yos and oiling me up. Well, I appreciate the thought.
I'm not sure what that means, but I appreciate your sentiment in oiling me up and pelting me with
I
yo-yos.
appreciate the idea. I appreciate that conceptually that could damage me, but I guess if I had like a kind of strange oil allergy.
But if you keep doing it this way, I mean, eventually the yo-yos are just going to slip right off of me whenever you try to hit me with it, because I'm so oiled up. Oil and yo-yos, folks. This is a game of oil and yo-yos.
Enough to get started.
Weak point, quick. Oh.
How does she have a weak point? She's not wearing armor, is she?
Yeah, she is.
Oh yeah, you're right. I thought she was an assassin. For some reason.
Now, see if you can...
I mean, I would have to change the trap combo up. She's dead, so... No underwear. Sorry, guys.
Come back to me, but you were just talking about how much you wanted to see was behind that plate.
Yeah, I know, I know. Well, you know, without the wooden horse, it just isn't worth it.
So that's a pretty good trap. I think Edman's going to be in bad shape if he comes in here.
Well,
he's going to teleport. You know how Edman is.
Bastard,
But,
son of a bitch.
yeah, he's a bastard son of a bitch. Edman. You're theatrically checking your watch. Just tapping.
Just like Stone Cold in the Royal Rumble.
Yep. That's exactly what I am like. Stone Cold Royal Rumble.
Don't son of a bitch.
Like, the yo-yo is enough to do it.
It's for
Excessive.
Damn, no time to get that thing going one more time.
Grab some of that.
I think your life is waning, buddy.
Oh snap, son.
DX crotch top.
Then he was he started to indicate his crotch.
I don't know what's wrong with me today. We didn't get a lot of sadistic points. We got a lot of elaborate points, which is odd because I think it was mostly humiliating traps. But I guess when you use 30 traps of any kind in a row, it's considered somewhat elaborate.
Yeah, well, and of course we did get a lot of humiliating points, not like almost no sadistic points. I think it's kind of sadistic to oil people up and pelt them with yo-yos. But,
well, you know, I mean, if these are your
I
categories you're going with, I would say more humiliating than painful to get like hit with a yo-yo after you've been oiled. But yeah, you know, I have never actually experienced that. So
yeah, no, I suppose you're right. But I guess either way, folks, apparently we
getting
are
oiled up or getting hit with yo-yos. I never said I haven't experienced one or the other. I'm just saying I haven't experienced them at the same time.
But I think
Probably
I think
not
at this point, yeah, no, we're going to end this video, but I'd say so far no buyer's remorse in terms of getting the Mega Yo-Yo.
And that iron ball thing seems more inclined to hit people twice.
Yeah,
it's
I think
possible
it
to get
bounces
Mega
against-
Rock to do that.
I think it bounces against stuff where Mega Rock would just crumble.
so. It's pretty. I mean,
It's hella tough.
maybe later we'll get that horse and be like, oh yeah, this is the trap right here. But no buyer's remorse at all on the Mega Yo-Yo.
Well, there you go, folks. So come back next time for more oily yo-yo action. But until then,
Around the world yo-yo tricks.
this is BoboTheVulture.
I'm serious, JG.
And this is Let's Play Together, even though it's a one-player game, Deception 4 Blood Ties. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Any points to his crotch.
I indicated.